Khilnani. Joining us in our studios, the team of Dhoom 3, Abhishek, Amir Uday. Welcome to. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
First question to the two who have been a part of the franchise. When you all finished Dhoom 2, did you all know there will be a Dhoom 3?
You never know. You hope.
I expected that there will be. We just didn't know it's going to be such a long gap.
Okay.
And we had no story at that point. But we did think that now, since Dhoom 2 has been made, it's been created into a franchise.
Right.
And it was a huge hit.
It was a huge hit.
Both 1 and 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they naturally warranted that we would make a part 3. But it wasn't being planned at that point. We just expected that it will happen at some point.
Okay.
It all depends on the success as well, right? When Dhoom 1 came out, we didn't expect it to become the success it did. When Dhoom 2 came out, like Amir just said, it became a monster.
Right.
I mean, I think it did 3 times the business of Dhoom 1.
It did, yeah.
So, I mean, I think it only made business sense, apart from creative, to do Dhoom 3. But nobody expected it to take so long.
Right. Amir, did you watch the earlier two Dhooms?
I watched Dhoom 1.
Okay.
Dhoom 2 I missed.
Okay. You know, what I want to ask you is, here everyone thinks we know you guys very well. We know, like say we know, all the trade pundits, the film critics, we know. When the first time we heard that you will be a part of Dhoom, everyone was like, no, he won't do it. It's a franchise. 2 actors have already done it. Amir only does different films. So, is this media made, or is this a perception that comes along because of the kind of work you do?
I don't know. Must be media made, because I certainly haven't said any such thing or indicated that I don't want to do franchise films or I don't want to do remakes. I've never said that. For me, the script excited me.
Right.
And the fact that it's part of a very popular franchise is only one more reason why I should be doing it, as opposed to not doing it.
Right.
I mean, it's a very well-loved franchise, and
Sure.
as long as I love the script and I love the director and I trust him, then why should I not do a popular franchise?
Right. So what was it about this one that you said?
The script.
You loved it? The script.
Yeah, it's when I heard the script, it had all the things that I expected of large songs and great action sequences, potential for great stunts and all of that. But it also had something which I didn't expect, which was the emotional quotient of the film. I was taken aback by that and very pleasantly surprised and very moved by the script.
Right.
I remember my brother and I were hearing it together.
Okay.
And both of us really loved the script. And, I had no hesitation in wanting to be part of the film.
Right. You two have been a successful part of both the earlier films. People, of course, always, though they love you, the whole chemistry, the one-upmanship, and, is there something that one should expect in this one? Or should we expect the same, same equation between the two of you? Or is there something that's added here?
There's something very nice and good about comfort food. I like to think Jay and Ali are comfort food.
Yeah.
They're not different at all. They're exactly the same. We might look a bit different.
Okay.
But we're exactly the same. The relationship is the same. Yes, because it's part 3, you have to show a slight growth. I think the growth between the two is, let's be very honest. The banter is the same.
Right.
The equation between the two is the same. The camaraderie is the same.
Right.
The only thing I would say is, anything that's different is, Jay Dikshit isn't as dismissive of Ali as he was in part 1. There's a very minimal amount of respect he has for him now. I think somewhere in Jay's mind, Ali has earned that 0.1% of respect.
Right.
To be in the same room as him.
Yeah, so he's not as dismissive. He still is. It's still a lot of fun. But I think something I really liked, which is actually one of my favorite scenes in the film, is when actually for the first time in all 3 of the films, he actually listens to what Ali says.
Right.
In Dhoom 3. Yeah, that's a beautiful scene. That's a beautiful scene. They've both done it really well.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, you're promoted, is it? You're promoted?
I think as far as my designation of an inspector, I think I'm still sub-inspector.
Okay.
We've not hit upon that exactly.
Right.
But I think in our relationship, I have been a little bit promoted. Also, I think Dhoom 3, in my head at least, is that we've probably done a lot more cases before we, start chasing Sahir. So naturally, we've come to this point where now we kind of understand each other a little bit more, and he doesn't hate me so much. So I think that's where it comes down to. Yeah. Also, Ali's character doesn't and shouldn't change because he's actually kind of a simpleton.
Simple guy.
So there's no complex thought in his head. He's
Right.
pretty much, you know, driven by one or two things in his life.
Right.
One being food, the other being, you know, the woman that he wants to marry.
Right.
And the stuff that he does is all led by Jay, and he just follows Jay blindly on that. So that remains the
That's
same.
something very nice about Jay and Ali. Is they're the simplicity of the film.
Simplicity. Right.
He, like he said, explained, and Jay is exactly the same, only in a different department, which is he's very clear.
Right.
You know, it's either black or white. If you've done something wrong, I'm going to get you. There's no ambiguity in him whatsoever. The complexities in the script always come in, you know, when in say Amir's character, he brings in that.
Right.
Jay and Ali are very clean cut. That's it. You know, I think the complexities and the depth and all that is brought in by Amir.
Amir. Okay.